Senator Edwin Sifuna.
Speaker, the statements that have been requested by Senators Koriro, Sotsi, and Senator Hamida are the clearest indication of how lost we are as a country, Honorable Speaker. There is a big problem in this country and we need to address it. So sample this, Speaker. Yesterday there was a report that 4 people in a place called Ginda in Sako constituency of Marsabit were killed by bandits. Senator Osotsi has told us that they are marauding gangs running around Vihiga, killing people, Honorable Speaker. We have had incidents, Honorable Speaker, of bodies being dumped in a mass grave in Kericho, and nobody can tell us what is going on in that particular instance. At the very same time, the minister responsible for Interior is telling us that he knows where every one of us sleeps and who we sleep with. That he has focused his surveillance on us in the political class, Honorable Speaker. That he can tell where Sifuna has slept and who we have slept with. But he cannot tell you, Honorable Speaker, he cannot tell you as a Minister for Interior how somebody can be able to sneak into a ward at KNH and stab a patient and murder a patient in the bed. Honorable Speaker, at the very same time, I am asking myself, how can somebody who is supposed to be the patron of our public health facilities, with all the attendant problems, for instance, Honorable Speaker, Kenyatta National Hospital, a national referral facility, has had cases of shortages of blood, test reagents, medicines, even patient food at times, Honorable Speaker. Recurrent problems about failures of critical equipment, including CT scans, dialysis machines. As we speak, the radiotherapy machine has been out of service for 3 months. Speaker, the person who's supposed to be the patron of Kenyatta has run away from Kenyatta and is now using police to take over Nairobi Hospital. He's telling us he's a patron of a private hospital. I am asking myself very many questions, Honorable Speaker. How is it possible for a head of state, a national government, to take over a private facility? So the questions that have been raised by Honorable Hamida require very serious answers, Honorable Speaker. If you are telling us that you are the patron of all these important private businesses, I remember there were businesses like Nakumat here. They collapsed, Honorable Speaker. And we never saw police being sent into, Nakumat to be able to take over the affairs of Nakumat. In fact, even at Kenyatta itself, with all these problems that we've listed, Honorable Speaker, when was the last time you had the board of Kenyatta being arrested and taken to court? And the most annoying thing, Honorable Speaker, is that if you look at the membership of that board, these are old men, people with proper professional records, senior doctors in this country. They are arrested over the weekend, Honorable Speaker. And the president himself confirms that he's the one who sent the police. Speaker, when President Ruto was campaigning, he told us that the era of the use of state security agencies to intimidate and to harass people would be a thing of the past. When he stands up and confirms his mambo ni matatu philosophy in handling of private disputes, we have a reason to worry. Which is why we continue to urge that, Honorable Speaker, this country can never be about shiny things. You are building as a railway. It is ours anyway. It is our money. But you are arresting 80-year-old doctors to take over a private facility. Na yako imekushinda. The national referral hospitals, such as Kenyatta and Moi in Eldoret, Honorable Speaker, are in dire conditions. When will the board of Kenyatta ever be arrested, Honorable Speaker, for these critical failures? We have queues at Kenyatta. People are sleeping on the floors. There are no wards. And then you go and tell us that you are the patron of a private facility and therefore you are going to take over it. These are the issues, Honorable Speaker, that point us to misplaced priorities and the fact that this government has totally lost its way. Speaker, as bandits run around Marsabit and the other countries, do you know there were 2 police land cruisers which were sent to Narok town to disrupt a political rally by elected members of this house, including myself and Senator Osotsi. As the bandits run around there, in those areas I've mentioned, Honorable Speaker, would you believe it that if you pass outside Dari Restaurant, Tuju's Restaurant on Ngong Road, there are 4 police land cruisers permanently stationed there for the past 1 week? Murkomen, surely, as a former member of this house, we expect, especially from the younger leadership, that we will be able to demonstrate that we can run a country. Speaker, what is happening in this country is unacceptable. And we want all Kenyans to know that don't be deceived by those shiny things like railways and stadiums. We need to put in place a government that will put the safety and well-being of all individual Kenyans ahead of everything else. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I've had my colleague trying to insinuate that the president appointed himself
to be the patron of Nairobi Hospital. You know, this era of convenient lying before the House and misleading the House, it's very unfortunate. What is not, Senator Sifuna is not telling the country that the past patron of Nairobi Hospital was Kenyatta 1. The second patron was President Moi. The third patron was Uhuru Kenyatta. The fourth patron was Kibaki. And the fifth patron is His Excellency William Ruto. So, Mr. Speaker, those are statements you make in Linda Tumbo or Linda Mwananchi, wherever you are, somewhere in the village, and they are confident, Mr. Speaker, we should up the debate. We cannot allow Senator Sifuna every time he wakes up to attack the president for the convenience, since he is not here, Mr. Speaker. And I know the next reply, I saw Senator Orengo has run away. Governor Orengo is now following the president, Mr. Speaker, and we are aware members of Linda Mwananchi have been calling us day and night once to move to government. Mr. Speaker, finally, on the issue of, Mr. Speaker, on the issue of security, I want to assist you, Senator Otsosi, on the issue of security.
Senator Cherargei, what is your point of order?
Preserve my time, Kavata.
Yes, stop his time. Yes, Osotsi.
Mambo ya ndege kwanza.
Give him the mic.
Mambo ya ndege, sema mambo ya ndege. Sema mambo ya ndege. Ama furuta hii yangu.
Mr. Speaker, I rise on standing order number 105, statement of fact. Senator Cherargei, who happens to be my friend and my neighbor, yes, and I know he's going to support my statement on insecurity in Vihiga, is he in order to imply that Linda Mwananchi, that we are talking to them, when he knows very well that people like Godfrey Osozi, people like Edwin Sifuna, people like James Orengo have no time for this government, because this government has failed Kenyans, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Osotsi, I didn't quite understand your standing order.
Mr. Speaker, can you allow me?
Why are you asking for your point of order? Why are you asking?
Mr. Speaker,
it's okay.
That's a political statement. That's a political statement,
Proceed,
Mr. Speaker, you can make in Bale or Rwanda in a market day. It does not meet the threshold of this House. Mr. Speaker, financially on the issue of security, I am disappointed, Mr. Speaker, that, Mr. Speaker, and these guys will be sorted out on Friday at NDC of ODM. I can see the party leader is here. Sort them out.